There's really nothing to take away tonight, but I want you to feel for a second. Just get in your feelings for a second. This is what the Celtics would look like without their star players. This is what it would look like if maybe Tatum and Brown weren't playing together and there was an injury or two injuries or whatever. So just wanted you to at least feel that for a little bit. Now, they're not going anywhere. They're about to go repeat for another championship. Like, they should be healthy, and we'll get into the Jaylen Brown stuff. But to give you anything about tonight, no. No. So thank you for those that are listening and are here. You know what that does? It gives us a chance to go until midnight now with a full show. So I like that. For those that bet on the game, 15 points, 10 assists, Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett at 14. I mean, night off for the starters. It was, really a tough night all around for the team. They will miss out on history. They were one win away from matching the NBA history for wins on the road. That won't happen. They'll finish 33. Hey, 33-8 is not bad on the road, huh? Not bad at all. So you had 41 games and won 33. Oh, Joe math time. So 41. Well, let me see. I'm just trying to do some Joe math. I think that's 80%, Skess. I think they won 80% of their games on the road this year. That's good, huh? Is that good? Is Jason Tatum clutch? Do the Celtics have the best backcourt in the NBA? Does Mazzulla ball really work? Can they repeat? Are there anyone that scares you? Like, I could play Jeopardy Joe and ask questions for 2 hours. I won't do that, though. I won't do that. But I wanted you to feel what it felt like. This is what it would look like. When you're on the island of irrelevancy, that's what it looks like tonight, everybody. We don't want to see that. We don't want to cover that either, by the way. Did a lot of that in the 90s in my life, in the early 2000s or mid-2000s. Don't want those teams anymore. What we saw tonight, woof. Anyways, Celtics will now solidify the number 2 seed. Orlando won on Tuesday and then win tonight. So the Magic are now the 7th team in the Eastern Conference. They'll have home court advantage in the play-in tournament. If they win their first game, they'll meet the Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. The number 8 spot in the East still contested between the Hawks, Bulls, and Heat. So the Magic will now look to advance to the playoffs for the second straight season. If that is the case, Orlando, are they a formidable opponent? Fine. I'm fine. Do I think that the Celtics should worry about a first round exit or struggle? No, I don't. But have they struggled against the Wagner brothers? Like Franz Wagner, 23 tonight. Can Paolo Banchero do anything? The matchup would probably be Tatum-Banchero, right? I'll take Tatum in that one. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, does he do anything for you? About Cole Anthony off the bench? No. The answer is no. No. Wendell Carter? No. So, Orlando's 40-40. I don't see a 500 team giving the Celtics an issue in the first round. Sorry. What says you, James Scaramazino?
Yeah, Joe, I'm not worried about the Orlando Magic at all. Maybe that's, too green teamery of me, but they're the Orlando Magic, Joe. They were a good story. They've had a lot of injuries this year. I think they're a talented group that has given the Celtics some fits in the past, but I think the Celtics, when healthy, which they will be, in a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, it's a bad matchup for the Magic. Joe, would you like to know who the worst three-point shooting team in the NBA is this season?
Is it Orlando?
It would be the Orlando Magic. Joe, they shoot 31.5% from beyond the arc. The two teams behind them, the second and third worst shooting three-point team in the league, are the Wizards and the Hornets. So not great company to be in. And if you want to look at that from the other way, where you say, well, they could take advantage of the Celtics inside, I don't see that happening with a healthy Porzingis, a healthy Horford. Even Cornette's not a terrible matchup against Orlando. They don't have, Mobley and Allen like Cleveland does. So I would say my concern level with the Orlando Magic is very low, minimal.
What's the other outcome here? Chicago and Kobe White?
Yes, player of the month, Kobe White. Potentially the Hawks, I think, but by what Sean and Max were saying tonight and how it's shaping up, I would say it's most likely going to be Orlando.
Yay. Do you think that will get a buzz? Yeah, I do like Paolo Banchero. I think he's a great young player.
Yeah, I don't want to say he regressed this year because he's shown flashes, but I would say a slight disappointment this season after the start they had.
He got injured. I think that kind of got in the way of him. He really doesn't have anybody to play with, though, right? I mean, Wagner's good.
Yeah, Wagner's good. Cole Anthony's fine.
He's okay.
But yeah, Jonathan Isaac, DNP tonight.
God. Bust.
Goga used to be with the Pacers. Celtics fans might remember him from there. He's okay, serviceable big.
They do nothing for me as far as appointment viewing, though.
They're a team that if the Celtics start hitting threes, they can't catch up. They don't shoot well enough.
So that might be something to circle if there was a matchup. Would the Celtics potentially play with their food?
I think we're past that.
I do too.
I think you saw it last night with the Knicks. Like, that's a game they lose 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. But they don't panic anymore. They're better. They're veterans now. They've done this. They're seasoned.
Yeah, there's no real situation where they're frazzled. Orlando, on the other hand, I mean, I don't know. Remember the old Orlando Magic with 3D and was it Scott Skiles? Those teams, Robert Orr was.
You're taking it way back. I thought you were going to give me some Hito Turkoglu and Jameer Nelson, some Dwight Howard days.
I was thinking like Nick Anderson, who was pretty good.
Horace Grant was there, right?
He was on that. So if I can recall that team, because again, I'm going back to my childhood, when they were a franchise team, I think it was Scott Skiles, Shaq was on the team. Horace Grant, Dennis Scott, and Nick Anderson. Yeah, I think it was Nick Anderson, Scott Skiles, because they were in the NBA Jam video game. I want to say Tree Rollins was Shaq's backup. Woof. They made it to a NBA final once. Well, then they got Penny Hardaway, and then they became legit. Those are the old days. But nope, Orlando does nothing for me as far as viewership either, though. Who was it in the first round last year? Oh, the Heat. That was that was interesting. But they took care of business. They tapped out. Ooh, who's going to tap out on Orlando's guys? How about Wendell Carter? I can see him as a tap out artist. Maybe Corey Joseph. Oh, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. He's going to tap. That's my guy.
He's got a ring, Joe.
Doesn't matter. He's tapping.
He's the veteran they got. He's the only veteran they got.
He's tapping.
You look at his box score tonight. Take a look at what that piece that Nuggets fans are sorely missing. What he did against the Celtics tonight.
0.
Yeah,
that's like worse than Bradley Beal's 1.
7 minutes, 0 for 1 from the field, 0 rebounds. I'm sorry, 2 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 points, 1 turnover.
What was worse, Bradley Beal's or this? I'd say Bradley Beal.
I think scoring 1 point is somehow worse than scoring one.
When has that happened?
It's really hard to score 1 point in the NBA.
Especially when you're Bradley Beal. And no Kevin Durant that night. They did shoot 35% tonight. What did the Celtics shoot? Oh, my God. Did you see that number?
Yeah, this was the Celtics' worst ever offensive game under Joe Mazzulla.
Do I even want to tell you? Should I even say it?
Give the people the number, Joe.
The Celtics went 7 of 40 tonight. That is 17%.
Not good.
So the philosophy, whether it's Tatum Brown, on the court or Shireman and Pritchard, they're going to jack the 3. Wow. That's the difference in a 20-point loss, though.
Are you concerned at all about Peyton Pritchard heading into the playoffs?
No.
I don't want to say he struggled lately, but last night he got attacked a couple times. I think teams are going to really look to hunt him this year compared to last year. You're not sneaking Peyton Pritchard onto the court this year like you were able to do last year at times. I think smart coaches, good coaches, which I'm not sure how many we're going to see in the playoffs. I want to see what the emphasis will be on Peyton Pritchard defensively when he's out there this time around.
I still think they're going to try to go 7 deep with Pritchard and Hauser. No, I think they'll go starting 5, probably Horford first guy off the bench, Hauser.
You could see some Cornet, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. See, Skaz, I think that the Celtics need to play their rotation. I don't think that just because it's the playoffs, you tighten it up a little bit. Like, Luke Cornett's their best pick-and-roll offensive player as far as a big. I mean, can Porzingis do it? But he's also, 40 feet from the basket, jacking 3. And he's good at that, by the way. So I'm not knocking it. It's just, if you're looking for a guy to set a screen, open up on a pick and roll, and crash to the basket, he's the guy. So I hope they don't go away from playing the rotation. But, Skaz, my issue with Pritchard would be late in games. So I don't think he'll be on the floor. I just don't. I don't think Hauser will be on the floor late in games. Do I think they'd go like here? Remember how what was it, the Houston game? Jalen got in foul trouble, and they went with Cornet, and they went with Pritchard.
It was Pritchard,
Yeah. That ain't happening in the playoffs, dude. Right? That's not happening.
No.
You got your starting 5 and Horford. And Horford's probably what? I mean, I'd rather have Horford on the court defensively than all right, if you had to take a guy out to put Horford in defensively, who is it?
Oh, boy. It's probably Porzingis, right? I mean, but then you lose the rebounding.
Rim protector.
I think I'd maybe Holiday. Is that crazy to say?
I don't know. I
White, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Porzingis.
I think with the knee, it's Brown.
Yeah, well, yes, that was what I was kind of skating around. But yes, but I don't think they're going to do that. That's why I say Holiday, because I can't see them taking Jalen out. Yeah,
and that's what I mean. Can they might have to win differently this year. I don't. We'll take a break. Let's get into this on the other side. Do you think we're going to get the same Jaylen Brown we did last year? And I'm just going to say no. I'm going to say no. It's not that I doubt you, Jalen. I don't. But he's had some pretty consistent games after the All-Star break. He was solid. Once he tweaked the knee, he hasn't been right. He hasn't been. What are they going to do? Hey, just turn him on, leave him out there, and let him loose? Take the leash off him? Or down the stretch, is it the better option to play Horford with Porzingis? I'd still go Brown. But if I had to take a guy off, it's him. We'll get into that on the other side here. Skaz, we got intern Trent there tonight. I see Benny. He's on hold. We'll get to you, buddy, on the other side. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a.
Because, it's kind of hard to take questions after this one. But Joe Mazzulla in the middle of taking questions. I appreciate everyone's creativity and the type of questions that you're asking. But we got to get to the hotel at 4:30 in the morning. Oh, well, last night they got in at 4:30. Sorry. I might have said that wrong. But I understand you, Joe. You're tired. By the way, why New York to Orlando? Like, where does, Joey GPS doesn't really understand that. Boston, New York, Orlando, Boston? Do they consider that like a light road trip or something? Huh. Whatever. I'm not going to try to figure that out. But they look tired tonight. They looked very tired tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what the NBA schedule makers were up to with this one, but little end the season with 2 games against Charlotte. That should have everyone excited, Joe. That's you'll see another lineup like the one you saw tonight.
Who's on the Hornets now?
Yeah, maybe Cooper Flagg next year.
Yeah, because when
Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball.
Oh, there you go.
What's Terry Rozier up to these days?
Oh, is he still fixing, or is he on the Heat now? I can't even remember anymore. The Hornets are horrible. Actually, I do kind of like that Nick Smith kid. He's okay. And they got Nurkic. Let's see, who else? Who is on Charlotte? Wow, Taj Gibson still in the league? Seth Curry is on the Hornets. They stink. Would I rather be the Hornets or Orlando? Definitely Orlando. Man, they stink. Woof. Let's talk to Benny. He's in Oxford. What's up, Benny?
Hey, Joe, what's going on? I guess it's Benny from Orlando today. I just left the game.
Oh, how was it?
About the same as what you guys watched.
Yeah.
When you said 7 from 40 for 3, I was like, oh, wow, they hit 7 threes?
Yeah, they stunk tonight. But, that's
ugly.
That's what it looks like without Tatum and Brown, right?
Yeah, it was quite ugly. Thank God for the Kata dunk. I at least had one moment of, yay.
So would you fly out to the game?
I had a conference out here, so I just stayed an extra night for the game.
There you go.
It was about as ugly as it looked on TV, I'm sure.
Yeah, I like Orlando this time of year. How's the weather?
No, it's perfect, man. Every time I come down here, I'm like, why am I going back?
Yeah, I went to Camping World Stadium, dude, for WrestleMania. And, well, I did not like the place. It was kind of a dumpy.
I love it here. But after watching that, man, I'm ready for some playoff basketball. Just get some actual games in, man.
Yeah, we need. But do you think the first round of the playoffs is going to be meaningful?
No. And actually, when you guys were talking about it, I kept thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if Orlando was just, throwing that game if they feel like they have a better chance against Cleveland than they would against us.
Oh. Yeah, who's going to tap? I think I got to find someone to tap on that team.
I think you mentioned him. Wendell Carter is definitely one of them.
Yeah, he'll tap.
Yeah, Pope will be out.
I already got Pope.
Want to get beat up. Pope doesn't want to get beat up by Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Pope's
whoever he's
my
facing.
guy. Hey, what do you? If you had a choice late in the game on defense, up 2, who's on the floor? Who's not on the floor?
I'm not gonna lie. I was with Scaz on this. My first thought was Holiday. Taking out Horford. Horford in for Holiday. That was my first thought right away.
Wow.
Yeah, I agreed with Scaz on that. Yeah, Derek White, Tatum, Brown.
But he's one of the best defenders in the league.
No, I'm with you. But I just figured height. Derek White with his shot blocking ability still, and then you still have size. So it's just I just figured Horford in for Holiday made the. That was my first thought right away so I figured I'd just go with that.
Wow.
So I was with Scaz on that one. And actually, I was with Scaz on something else, too. He said he could picture them attacking Peyton Pritchard a little bit more in playoffs. Not necessarily worried about him, but I could definitely see him not being able to sneak on the court like Scaz said. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the Celtics playing a little more zone when Pritchard is in the game.
All right, I might have to get used to that then. Holiday on the bench.
Yeah, again, unless Brown's knee is hurting that bad, like Brown just gives me the type of vibes like he'll fight through that and still be a better defender than.
All right, Benny, where you going to eat in Orlando?
Well, actually, I ate at Jergens there at the arena. It was pretty good. The food was good.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, my cousin was able to snag some tickets. He's a personal trainer out here, so he's able to snag some club seats for free, which I was happy because if I paid tickets to see that, I would have been quite ticked off.
easy flight out there, though.
Yeah, I can't complain.
I like Orlando. Yeah. Jernigan's, right? Is that what it's called?
Something like that, yeah. Jernigan's, or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All right, well, enjoy yourself, man. Have fun.
I will. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Take care. Yeah, I went to Orlando a couple of years ago for WrestleMania, and I think I stayed at the River Creek Golf Course, I think. A lot of conferences out there. A lot of conferences. All right, so Jaylen Brown tonight didn't play. I need somebody to figure it out because Keith Smith earlier today tweeted out that Jaylen Brown does not have any bonuses in his contract. He's on a straight max deal. There are no contractual incentives for being eligible or making an All-NBA team. So why is he playing? Can somebody explain that to me? Because Jaylen's not. Nobody else knows. Is he just trying to play every game just to try to play every night? I mean, he was out. He was only the only guy questionable for tonight's game. So if he doesn't have any incentive or All NBA or whatever, what are we doing here? That's me yelling.
I'm with you though, Joe, because that was the discussion yesterday. Was if he's trying to get his money, I'm fine with it. Let him get his money, $2 million, $3 million, whatever it is. You say, he's rich enough. He's got the contract. Look, I'm never going to fault someone for trying to get $2 or $3 million. That's a place I can only dream of being in. So I can't fault Jaylen Brown for that. But if there is no financial incentive here, and he's really just trying to get on that third All-NBA team, which honestly, I'm not really sure he's even going to get on, like with the season he's had because of the injuries, because of how his play has been kind of erratic this season. I'm not sure Jaylen Brown's an All-NBA player this year. Are you?
He is not.
So that's kind of where I'm at too. So there is no reason in my mind for him to be out there. Maybe this is something that they think can't get worse, and they're trying to get him to, figure out what his threshold is, what it's going to be like playing through this in the playoffs. Maybe that's some of it, but when everyone else on the team, and when I say everyone else, I mean Tatum, Horford, Holiday, White, Porzingis, all those guys are ruled out, early this afternoon, and we get Jaylen's questionable, and then he's ruled out, 30 minutes before tip or whatever it was. Then I think the questions are fair, and what are they doing with Jaylen Brown? The Porzingis quotes last night post game, Porzingis basically said, at what cost is he out there right now? We need him to be ready for the big moments coming up. All those little things lead me to believe that he shouldn't be out there. He sat the entire fourth quarter in overtime last night for the defending finals MVP, All-NBA, highest paid guy in the league. You don't sit the fourth quarter in overtime if you're healthy. So shut it down until the playoffs.
If I may we indulge, please? And just because I don't want to deal with this anymore. If we're just talking all NBA, right? Jokic, SGA, Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Giannis?
I'm sorry. Give me the first team.
Sorry, Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, Mitchell. And then you could put LeBron, Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Mobley? Evan Mobley?
Yeah, I think Evan Mobley should absolutely be on there.
And in my head, I'm just thinking Steph Curry, probably Jalen Williams, right? He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, would we have to put Karl Anthony Towns in there now? Or Jaren Jackson's been good.
I mean, Zubac for the Clippers. I mean, he's a guy that's overlooked. He had 20-something rebounds the other night. He's been really good this year.
I'd like to see Sabonis. But if we're just talking about guy, like, can Sengun get there?
I would lean no.
No, yeah, but I'd have him. Oh, God, I probably wouldn't have him over Brown, probably. And Lillard's not in the mix, so I'm just being hypothetical here. Like, they have 4 teams, guess. Right? Or is it 3 All-NBA?
All right, would you like the projections, Joe?
Please.
So SGA, Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, and then this says LeBron.
Oh, wow, I'd go Donovan Mitchell over LeBron.
Yeah, so would I. And then, let me make sure
Because
this
there's first
is...
and second teamers, right?
Hold on.
I not to bore you all, but I don't think Jalen. Well, if there's 4 teams, he's probably on it. How about that? Barely?
Okay, so what I'm looking at now says SGA, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic, Donovan Mitchell.
Done.
That seems more accurate.
I'm completely on board.
Second team, Steph, Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Mobley, Sengun.
Perfect.
So
And
that's
how many teams are there, though? They make 3 or 4?
3.
Okay, what would be the third then?
Brunson, Cunningham, Halliburton, Jalen Williams, Karl Anthony Towns.
So the only one I didn't have was Halliburton. So you'd have Halliburton on, Brown off? Ooh.
I might have Zubac on, and yeah, I don't know.
Like
yeah.
I like Sabonis, but I don't know if they probably need another guard there, right?
I think it's positionless now.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Well, I think Sabonis. I would go Siakam over Halliburton, by the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. This is us getting into the weeds of NBA right now. We're doing project. Can you believe this? This is what this has done to us. We're now projecting all NBA. And somehow we're slighting Jaylen Brown. Not on purpose, by the way.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown is not an All-NBA player this year.
Sengun, Jaylen Brown, I know, right? He's going to make it. I actually understand it now. How are they going to have Sengun, Halliburton, other guys over Jaylen Brown? I can't do it. Won't do it. Nope. But do I think Sengun should be on at least in the mix? I do. But when it comes down to it, Halliburton, Sengun, Brown, it's Jaylen. Maybe in this case, the name alone and winning the MVP and all that kind of, if he hits the threshold, he's in. And not to get into the weeds of NBA awards too, but who is Draymond going to win Defensive Player of the Year now because of Wemby?
He shouldn't, but it seems like he is. There is absolutely no reason for Draymond Green to be the favorite to win this award. Evan Mobley has been much better
Mobley's
than him.
Awesome.
There are numerous guys.
And plus, the team's so good.
Yeah.
Like, Mobley's a big part of why the Cavs are what they are. I would have went Wemby anyways, but obviously he's out indefinitely. So
yeah, like, you know, the OKC will tell you Lou Dort is a guy I don't think he should be, but Evan Mobley is certainly there. Even Dyson Daniels is a guy. He's going to win Most Improved Player probably because I'm out on Cade winning it. I don't think a guy that was drafted 1 overall should ever be, you know, the most improved player in the league. I'm just out on that line of thinking. I think a guy like Dyson Daniels is exactly who should be winning that award. But yeah, the Draymond thing I do not get. I'm sure some nerd out there will tell me his pie or something is great.
Pie. Remember that Toll House pie from Sylvan Street Grill the other night? Matt's in the car. Hey, Matt.
What's up, Joe? Hey, man. So I wanted to share with you, I consider myself a very 50-50 type bettor. For the NBA preseason, I took Peyton Pritchard at plus 6,000 on FanDuel to win Sixth Man of the Year. Threw $20 on it. And my God, now I'm wondering why I didn't put my entire mortgage on it, because when I last looked, I think he was like minus 1,100. And that's probably the best bet of my life. feels pretty good.
Well, I'm glad that you cashed, and just remember, when you win a bet, it feels good, and I would put it on something else, but you know what? I think you should go enjoy it.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Justin's in land. Justin.
Hey, Joe. It's Justin. I'm sorry I didn't make it down the other night, but I just wanted to get in on the Celtics. I'm not concerned at all with the Celtics right now. I think they're prioritizing rest over winning games right now. Getting ready for the playoffs. I'm not concerned with them right now, and I don't think anybody should be. I think they'll be just fine.
Hey, Justin, are you a golf guy? You going to watch the Masters?
I'm not really a golf guy, but if it's on, I'll put it on.
You got it, buddy. Enjoy it. Enjoy the games, my man. The Masters is tomorrow's, guys.
Oh, Joe, you're preaching right now. I have this weekend blocked off, not doing anything. Just gonna sit on the couch tomorrow. I'll actually set an alarm tomorrow, Joe. Something I never do.
Say, what time are you getting up?
I mean, the best part about the Masters, they do their coverage better than anybody else. The Masters app is the best app. Everything the Masters does is at a phenomenal level. You can watch anything you want, any holes you want on the app. It's all free. You can pick the groups you want to watch, anything. So I'll probably be waking up, I don't know, for me, early, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, yeah, we'll be locked in tomorrow. We could talk some bets later tonight. But, yes, the best golf weekend of the year. A little par 3 contest earlier today. Got the kids running around. It's all good vibes at Augusta National right now.
I want to take a long shot to be the leader after the first round.
I think Sergio Garcia would be a guy. A lot of people are throwing his name around there. A guy who's been playing well. A guy who's won here before. I think that's a popular one for first round leader.
Patrick Reed, it might be a guy.
Patrick Reed's another guy. Won here before. Maybe the most hated man in golf. But JJ Spawn has been playing well. Yes.
See, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like dark horse. Maybe you.
Okay, another guy who's been playing some decent golf.
I only know him as you.
Yeah. There's
Byung
Am is another guy who people say could be the first round leader. He's been playing well.
All right, we have to go to break, right?
Headlines, Joe. Headlines.
Whoa, no commercials here. Just the headlines.
No commercials, just the headlines.
Wow, I feel like we haven't done that in so long. Why don't we do that? We'll get the headlines. No commercials. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports.
He scored! What a blast by Boston! Waiting, Holiday screams, good night!
WBZFM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics lose tonight to Orlando, 96-76. None of the starters played or the top 7 guys. They shot 17% from 3. They will not get the record for most road wins in a season. They'll have a home-and-home or a home-home versus Charlotte to wrap up the season. Right now, they would play Orlando in the first round. Well, the Red Sox, they went into extra innings tonight. And they lost to the Blue Jays again. 2-1 tonight. Not good. They can't hit. Headlines are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. Visit awaken180weightloss.com. I'm Joe Murray. Next update soon.
Some people play the game.
Blocked by Horford.
Some talk about it.
Welcome to the Sports Hub Celtics show, by the way. Jim Murray, Chris Gasper.
The Sports Hub Celtics show with Murray and Gasper. Saturdays at noon on the Sports Hub.
I don't know how I'm feeling about the Red Sox right now. I don't know.
Might need a first baseman, Joe.
Yeah, Tristan Cassis is on our television right now. I think they need, like... You know what I always love, Skess? I always liked a left-handed first baseman. You know, a guy that can just play the position, give you a little bit of a bat. That kind of guy. I don't think they have one on the team. But let's just be honest here. 14 strikeouts, 1 run, 11 innings. They have 4 runs in 29 innings all series. Like, I know it's cold outside. This is unacceptable.
You gonna bring Dom Smith back, Joe? He's a lefty.
I like him.
Big boy.
I loved him. What do we have a? What was the?
Yeah, the Red Sox tweeted out some Dom Smith stuff that I think they deleted last season.
Didn't a listener call in and say he looks like he smells like farts or something?
I'll take a look in the files, Joe.
That?
See if I can find that. I do remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember. I do think it may have been fart related, though. I'll see what the archives have to say.
I know we have many listeners that are,
I'll take a look. I got the Joe Murray folder here. We'll check the archives.
What are you just going to type in Dom Smith farts?
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
What do you Google back there? So what do you enter in the system sometimes to find stuff from the show?
I label we got somewhat of a system back here. I got a Joe Murray folder, a Skaz Joe Murray folder, a Drops folder.
Jeremy's got a mysterious one from because we've moved buildings and changed companies, so I'm sure he's got the secret stash.
Oh yes, he is. Yeah, a lot of Joe Murray songs are back here.
Ooh. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice scoring runs. Because don't give me the cold anymore. No! It's not the weather. It's not the cold. You stink. You strike out too much. You leave runners on base constantly. It's annoying. And tonight at least, how about this? They got good pitching. All around. I'm not going to freak out about the Red Sox yet, but how do you just pound the Cardinals? Whoops. The way you looked at me, Skaz, Was it the way I said pound?
Yeah, there's a certain emphasis there.
They pounded them. What did they do against the Blue Jays? You know what? What happened to protecting home field and winning the AL East and all that? What happened there? I mean, Tanner Houck did what he did, right? 6 2/3 tonight, 5 hits, 1 earned, 90 pitches.
Maybe a small positive from the Red Sox. Tyler Milliken tweeting out a minute ago, always the optimist Milliken. 7 of the Red Sox next 11 games are against the Chicago White Sox. So,
that's good.
Maybe you could pick up some wins over the next couple weeks.
Oh, the best medicine is the White Sox. You know what? Maybe I'll give them a night. But you know what I will not do? I'll tolerate tonight. I will not tolerate that they can't hit because of the cold. Then what are they going to do when they go to the playoffs? Sorry for yelling, but can we just be real here? Shouldn't the cold weather be an advantage for a Red Sox team? Shouldn't the cold weather be one team plays inside? They still play in a dome?
Yes.
Yes. One. Again, makes sense to me. Please, a team that plays in a dome can hit and do things in the cold, but the Red Sox can't. They can't.
Yeah, I think another really frustrating thing about these last 2 games is you wasted good starts from Crochet and from Houck, who were both, Crochet wasn't immaculate, but he was good enough, and Houck was very good tonight. And that's just, this team is not in a position where they can be throwing away Crochet and Houck starts. If you want to win the division, if you want to be a playoff team, those are the starts you need to win.
They need another bat. I don't know, man. I know that the league looks at these young players, start them the year in minors and work on it. The guys that are hitting in the minors are Roman Anthony and Marcelo Mayer. And you know what? It's probably better than what we're seeing right now.
You want Roman Anthony at first base, Joe? That's an idea that's been floated out there this week.
Why not? Well, who are you going to take out? Abreu, Duran, Rafaela? Who are you going to take out? Devers? Do you know who I would consider, though? Trevor Story.
You see that at bat tonight? Really put up a fight in extra innings there?
What's his deal? I think he's clearly overrated, but was he an Elements guy? Was he a product of Coors Field? Oh, but he's really good at shortstop. What have you truly seen positive from, his at bat, the home run the other night was pretty good, right? On opening day? Looked good. But I don't know. You put up a decent pitcher and he can't do crap. He's annoying. Trevor Story, annoying. You know what? I'd almost eat the bait on him and just play Mayer. Eat the bait. Is that what I said? Yeah, eat the bait. The Masters, of course, starts tomorrow. And, well, Brendan, he's in the car. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? How are you?
Cold.
Hanging in there?
Well, I'm not going to blame the cold, but I'm good.
Good. I know Skaz is getting ready for golf season. We have a good couple days of good weather next week, so hopefully you're getting out there, Skaz.
He is.
That's the plan.
So I have some Masters picks. Can I get a couple in real quick?
Of course you can.
All right, so I'm going to be taking Jon Rahm to win the Masters.
Ooh, Jon Rahm.
Yeah, Jon Rahm. So the reason why is because this is his 9th or 10th Masters, and the only one he has not shown up for early is 2023 when he won, and then also this year. So he didn't show up early this year because I think he thinks his game's good enough to get maybe 1 or 2 practice rounds in before just playing. So I think he's going to win. He's in a good headspace. Last year he was in a horrible headspace because of all the live drama. I think now he plays and he looks like he just enjoys the game a little bit more now. So I think I'm going to go with Jon Rahm. But my dark horse is Min-Woo Lee. He's also a vibes guy. I love him. I think he's going to take his first green jacket.
A vibes guy?
Love to see what you guys think.
A golf vibes guy?
Yeah,
Min-Woo Lee.
Yeah, he is, Joe. It sounds maybe a little, foreign to think of a golf guy as a vibes guy, but Min-Woo is he's all over social media. He's Australian. He's very personable, very honest. He's on Twitter. He does like his own YouTube videos and stuff, I think. He's been playing really well lately. Australians have had success at Augusta, so it's not, if you got a long shot, you got a long shot. I'm never going to discourage anyone from that. I just worry about, there are so many things at Augusta that have to go right. And for a guy like that, I don't think you're getting a Danny Willett situation this year where someone's going to come out of nowhere. I think this is going to be the big boys. This is going to be Scotty, Rory, Xander, Rahm. I think Bryson will probably hang around for a bit. I think all the guy mentions Jon Rahm, who struggled a couple years ago. He's finished, inside the top 10 like every single start on Live in the past year, which I'm not a Live guy. The product sucks, but he's been playing good golf. So, yeah, I'm fine with both of those picks. Min-Woo, I'd say, is definitely more of a risk, but Jon Rahm, definitely some value there.
The guy that I can't stop looking at when it comes to the odds, and I've read a little bit about him. I guess he hurt his ribs, but it's Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he's coming back from an injury.
I just feel like guys like that, kind of use the Masters as, hey, I'm coming off an injury, so I'm probably not going to be at my best, but let's use our brain. Let's try to be more, a better approach, like a mental approach more than a physical approach. I kind of like him to finish in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I would say when healthy, Xander's a top 3 golfer in the world. There is an argument to be made that he had a better year than Scotty last year. He won 2 majors last year, but Scotty won the Players in a major and the gold medal. So, they're both unbelievable. So yeah, Xander's a guy. He plays well everywhere. He's just a really, really good golfer. So if he is healthy, feeling better, I mean, Scotty's coming off an injury too from making raviolis at home. So
Wait, what?
Yes, Joe. Scotty Scheffler cut his hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, making raviolis at his house.
Wasn't thinking. So he made his own raviolis. He cut his hand.
Yes,
making raviolis.
That's the story.
He doesn't have someone who makes raviolis for him.
Well, maybe he does now. You would hope. But yeah, he was trying to make his own raviolis and cut his hand.
If I was rich, I wouldn't make anything. I'd have like a call or a whistle around my neck, like I want an Arnold Palmer. I want like a Jeffrey from Fresh Prince. You rang, sir? Yes. I want a grilled cheese with tomato soup, and I want to dip it. Speaking of that, I was awoken today by text messages, Skaz. And I believe that one Fred Toucher misses the night show. He would like more of the night show. And I had people being like, Joe, Fred loves you, man. He's defending you. And I was like, what did I do now? And, well, Fred, thank you, sir. And, yes, I did get a bunch of ice cream the other night at the Sylvan Street Grill, and I may have indulged.
Yes, I heard some of it. Freddie T, a big fan of the night show. He was very endearing, a big fan of Joe Murray. Hardy and Wallach, they took it as a slight against the entirety of the Bruins broadcast, even bringing up the sound engineer at one point, which I didn't take.
So I didn't hear this.
Yes.
But I was texted of it, and then I sent it to you, and I go, hey, did something happen this morning?
I would say nothing happened. Fred was very complimentary. Hardy and Wallach just a little grumpy, a little grumpy this morning. Jumped all over him. I thought it was very nice of Fred, and I don't think Ryan Johnson would have taken it as a slight at all. I think Fred made his point.
Let me guess, because again, I think I understand. He understands me, I think. I bet he made a mention of, damn the Bruins games, we want Joe Murray.
Pretty much, yes.
Yes, yep. And then he probably was like, I bet this could happen and nobody would know about it. Meaning about the game.
Yes.
And then everybody goes, no, there's guys working the game and sound. Okay, I get it now. And then Fred doubled down on it.
You're all over it, Joe.
Right?
Yes. It's like you were in the room.
I've heard people say the Joe Murray cul-de-sac before, but I don't know. Why do I understand that? And I don't even need to listen to it.
Yeah, I thought Fred was extremely complimentary. He always is with you in the night show.
I told you, I wake up every day to Fred. Fred showers to us every night.
Very intimate relationship.
It's a wicked intimate
Very
relationship.
Intimate.
Yeah, I do sometimes miss working mornings. I'm not going to lie to you. Because really, Skaz, we actually it's funny because Trent's our intern. He's here. But we do send full hey, we're going to talk about this today.
There are rundowns.
And there's segment. And hey, coming up next, we're going to do this. On the morning show, it was kind of let's show up today. What do you want to talk about? And I always liked it. And at 8 o'clock, it was always something funny or something, It's different. Morning radio and it's two different worlds. So is in midday and after. They're all different. And that's why somebody said earlier in chat, I didn't get defensive. It didn't bother me. When someone says all the shows are negative, do you listen at night?
Have you heard what we're called by other shows on the station?
Last night again, okay, we could have we had a little fun about is Tatum clutch, okay? That is just going to live on forever. Because there are the people who think he's not.
Because the answer, Joe, is yes. He's actually very clutch.
Yes, but again,
statistically, the second most clutch player in the last 25 years.
But haters, uneducated, you name it, people who don't watch, it's insulting to us because we're here watching him, doing it. So, instead of doing the show, we're watching the games. But when they say all the shows are negative, I don't feel like I was very negative towards the New York Knicks last night. I said that Tom Thibodeau should be fired right now and just make Mike Malone the new coach.
You replaced him with Mike Malone before 9:30 last night.
You found out his dad coached for him, and he's from there, and he's grew up in Queens, and it's like, dude, it's done.
His dad was his assistant coach with the Knicks.
Tom Thibodeau is probably right now being like, they're going to replace my ass. He's already thinking about his next job. I wonder if he's thinking about a college program. Because he can run those kids all day long, right? I don't know. Maybe he'll take over for the new Florida coach, who will probably take another job somewhere. Do you think he leaves, by the way? No, right? They're going to build something there. Golden, right? The coach of Florida basketball? Yeah. I don't know why I was.
Yeah, you
never know.
If you look into him, he's a big fan of college campuses, so I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon.
People want a Murray pizza review. Well, you can go to I'm Joe Murray. I did one recently. But like this guy, Butch from he goes, all the shows follow the same basic tenet. We tonight, being dead serious, showed up. There was a basketball game on, and right now we're just we didn't. There's nothing to prep about. We had to watch the games and react to it. So I don't follow any show. This is just we're reacting. We just watch games and we're giving reactions. There's no, hey, let's be negative here, and we were told by management to do this. No. So stop your narratives. Like, we take calls about where people are eating after a loss. Like, you know what I mean? We did stiffs from the Celtics. I wanted to do, Trent's here. He thinks that Carson Wentz wasn't a bust.
Some real good Gigi Datome talk.
Yes.
Some real good Mikey Moore talk.
Whatever. I'm going to stop defending ourselves. People who say stuff don't listen is the way I'm at.
Well, yes, Joe.
So thanks for listening. Not. We still don't have a break yet, huh? Justin's in Shrewsbury. Hey, Justin.
Hey, guys. How you doing? So a fun thing about golf, I saw this on the internet the other day. If you guys played in the Masters but only started on the greens, what do you guys think your scores would be?
Me?
Just, like both you guys. Like the average person. Like
I don't know. You guys suck. What do you got, Skaz?
I'm sorry, I was talking to Trent.
What would your average, if you just played the greens, what would your average
if you started just on the green, what do you think your scores would be? Because those greens are brutal.
Oh, like at the Masters?
Like if I started, you're saying if I started every hole at the Masters on the green. I mean, I'm still probably shooting in the 70s, or 80s, even. Like I would love to say that I'm going to shoot like 45, but I've never been there. I have no idea. They say the undulation, the TV doesn't do it justice, that it's you can't even really get a grasp for how up and down it is. And I know that's more the fairways, but I would imagine the greens are the same as well. So yeah, I mean, I would take the over. Whatever you're setting the line at, I would hammer the over.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like anybody that's not a pro would just absolutely still shoot like double bogeys, triple bogeys easily. And then a quick pick on it. Sahi Segala, he's been doing pretty good recently, and this is his third year on the tour, and that's kind of when like guys, kind of come into their form the most. So just want to kind of hear your thoughts on Segala.
You're a golf guy, Justin?
Yeah.
What golf course do you play at?
You're gonna laugh at this. Typically Leo J in Weston.
I love Leo J.
It's a cheap course. Like the greens are terrible, but it's like $40 for a carton and team.
I grew up across from George Wright, but I used to play at Leo J all the time. I love their back. They got a dog leg back nine first hole.
Yeah, that's like probably like my favorite course to play on, and that either that or Gannon up in Lynn.
Oh,
that's a really nice course.
Yeah. Oh well, shout out to the North Shore.
Yeah, and the guy he mentioned there, Sahith Theegala, maybe the most well-liked golfer on tour right now, just a guy everybody kind of likes. He does have a top 10 at the Masters. He finished 9th in 2023. He's not a guy I would look at for an outright, but a top 20, a top 10, there could be some value there, but he's another guy that's just really volatile, around the greens, and that's where you have to be perfect. When he's on, he's, like any of these guys, when he's on, he's a world-class, chipper and putter, but things start to go sideways at Augusta, it racks up quickly.
World-class chipper.
And there you go. You're a world-class sniffer, Joe.
Anything to sniff out? What's the... Any scents going on right now? I'm trying, again, because Butch from Dennis in our chat says you always find something negative after the team wins. So I said, what did we say tonight after a team that won? That was negative.
Yeah, I don't think we said a single negative thing tonight. Won? They were the G League Celtics tonight. If you were taking any serious analysis out of this game, I can't do you any favors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I was negative about the cold weather. But I don't know. I'm from Boston. It gets cold, Like out of 9 months of the year, it's cold. So don't tell me it's too cold. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray.
Five-time first-team All-NBA superstar Luka Doncic in a blockbuster that sends four-time first-team All-NBA superstar Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks.
All back here, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Well, the Celtics lost tonight. Red Sox lost tonight. But not lost in the shuffle was Luka Doncic's return to Dallas as a member of the Lakers. The place was packed. They gave out T-shirts. They had a nice little video for him before the game. He was in tears. He was definitely emotional. The crowd was behind him. I think we even saw Nico in the tunnel hiding.
Yes, hiding.
Fire
Nico chants early and often, from what I read.
I saw many Lakers Nico Harrison jerseys tonight, called double zeros on the back for a number. But yes, he returned to Dallas, and well, it's funny because our very own Alex Barth, who goes, "Do you think I should take over 40 points tonight for Luka?" And I go, "Probably, yeah." So what did Luka Doncic do tonight as a member of the Lakers versus his former team? 38 minutes, 16 of 28 from the field. He went 7 of 10 from downtown. He had 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. To me, that's very good. And I just wanted to bring up that the Lakers won 112-97. But welcome to the island of irrelevancy. Once again, Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis did play tonight for Dallas. Oh, his 13 points were so impactful. Horrible trade. Horrible. With the win tonight, the Lakers have clinched a playoff spot. So the Lakers are now one of the teams in the Western Conference, along with Golden State and Oklahoma City. And if you want to look into the standings in that side of the conference, it will be somewhat interesting. Houston's the 2 seed. I think it's going to end that way. So right now, the Lakers, after the trade, think about this, right? The Lakers were somewhat of a play-in team before the trade. They get Luka Doncic. They're the 3 seed. Behind Houston and Oklahoma City. So the Clippers are behind them. Denver's behind them. So it's going to be interesting how the play-in happens. But hypothetically, could we get a Warriors-Lakers first round, Scaz? How does this shape up? Because I know some of the teams here, between the Clippers, Denver, Warriors, Grizzlies, they're somewhat all tied. I think it comes down to the final games of the year. So, well, no matter what happens, Oklahoma City's probably going to get like a Minnesota, Sacramento, something to that degree, right? Houston will then, I mean, right now it's probably Houston, Memphis, which would set up Lakers, Warriors. And then Clippers,
Nuggets.
Nuggets round 1. That could set up a Thunder, Denver second round matchup. I think Houston Warriors would be a really good series. Scaz, I'm telling you right now, I really do think it could be. It needs to shape up final standings and everything, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Warriors-Lakers final. I know everyone loves Oklahoma City. Do I think OKC would run the Lakers out of the... I do. I still think Golden State's special. I really do. And I guess if I asked you, Skaz, who's made more of an impact? Luka Doncic or Jimmy Butler?
Luka.
Me too.
Yeah, they're not even on the same planet.
Just from what's happened, right? When the trade happened for Butler, I want to say the Warriors were out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy's been very good. They're 7-3 in their last 10, but it's It's still Steph. It's Steph carrying the load. He had 50 the other night. He had 40 again recently. It's, I think Warriors-Lakers in the first round, I think the NBA would almost be upset about that it wouldn't be a later round matchup, that they would want that to be a West Finals or a semifinals. You're losing LeBron and or Steph after the first round. I think the NBA, knowing the NBA, would be upset about that. But as a fan, I mean, the Western Conference playoffs, as a Celtics fan, are going to be very, very enjoyable because these teams are going to have all-out, battles, slugfest, wars, whatever you want to call them. The Western Conference is loaded, especially from 7-3. They're all within 2 or 3 games of each other. Even the Timberwolves, the 3-seed Lakers have 48 wins. The 8-seed Timberwolves have 46 wins. So it is, all clustered together in the West. I think the Western Conference playoffs are going to be must-watch this year.
It's going to be they're going to be knocking each other out. Someone in our chat just mentioned they think that Oklahoma City is probably the toughest matchup for the Celtics. I disagree. Do I think they can run? Yeah. I think if Oklahoma City can somehow avoid Lakers, Warriors, they'll have an easy road. I don't think they will. I just don't think it's a lock Oklahoma City's going. I don't. Yeah. And how about Ime Udoka with the number 2 seed with the young Houston Rockets? I don't think coaching really does matter much in the NBA, but man, Ime's very good. Do we ever find out what happened with that yet? We still is that like another one? Like Boston Mysteries, Ime Udoka?
Yeah, I don't think we're ever getting that story.
Good coach, though.
Very good coach.
Good coach. Yeah.
He tried to fight Steph the other night. I don't know if you saw that. And Steph said, yeah, he had a reservation for the smokehouse, and then he declined. I don't know. He had some tool line after the game. Steph was trying to act
wanted
tough.
To fight Ime Udoka?
Ime wanted to fight Steph, and then Ime realized he was a coach and was like, And then post-game, Steph tried to act tough about it. Yeah, I'm taking Ime in that fight minus 10,000.
Steph Curry is one of my favorite players. But I'm sorry, Ime Udoka would crush you. Wow. So this brings up another one. Missoula versus Ime. Maybe we could have like a athletic celebrity deathmatch kind of, like MTV had years ago. Joe Missoula versus Ime Udoka, who would win? Maybe what we could do one day is put Jim Montgomery and like Bruce Cassidy and Claude and just have like a 3-man triple threat match.
I think Claude, he's had some health issues.
But I mean, this is again characters. All right, fine. We'll do Butchie versus Montgomery. Or Sacco could be on the outside,
as he will be at the end of the season, I would imagine.
All right. Well, I went late there. Do we have a headline to give?
Yeah. Headlines. We're back on track, Joe.
We're back on track, everybody. Here until midnight. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics lose tonight, 96-76. 3 hours tonight. I'll take the extra hour. So we'll do a segment on chicken wings coming up on the other side. Let's start with Dan, who's in Jamaica Plain. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Joe. Thanks so much for taking the call. Hey, I was thinking of something. Between you and Hardy, you guys could put together a golf tournament with local restaurants and bang it out. You're an ultimate salesman. You know all the restaurants. Do it at a local golf course. I think it'd be excellent.
Yeah.
And also, on a personal note, before you get started, I wanted to thank you for helping out my friend in a time of need. Won't get into the details, but everybody needs to know Joe's an amazing guy. So thank you for taking the call.
I wonder what I did. Dan, I grew up across from George Wright. Hardy used to live in Rossi. So if I was to do a golf tournament, it would be at the George Wright Golf Course.
Absolutely fantastic course. And, yeah, I think you guys would be. I think you guys would knock it out of the park.
What about? How about myself and Skaz?
Of course, yes, yeah. I don't think you need Hardy. Honestly, I don't think you need him.
No. Hardy's our golf guy. There's no doubt about it. But they do the Who's Your Caddy, which is at Brook Meadow Country Club in Canton. Absolutely beautiful course. Know the family very well up there. And they do that every year. So if you ever want to get in on that, we do a yearly golf tournament here at the Sports Hub.
For sure. And I know you're talking about chicken wings soon. It's all about Wendell's and the Wendell's crew. And thanks again for your help with Squidda.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Gotcha. That was part of the Cameo days. Well, I'm still on Cameo, not to cheap plug it, but yes, I did a Squidda Cameo. Skaz, if we had a golf tournament, it'd be 9 holes. Sorry. 9 holes. Back 9 always. I would want each hole sponsored. What type of food? So maybe one hole could be like Surfside. We get Dom's on another. We could Kowloon, right? I call me. You want to do a we could call it nighttime golf. But it wouldn't be at night. Jared is in Rhode Island. Hey, Jared.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good. Yeah, we're just coming back from the game. I took my boys to the game tonight. It was pretty frustrating to watch, I'm glad my gambling app in Rhode Island didn't work in Boston because I probably would have taken the Red Sox not to lose 3 in a row, So I actually made money by going to the game.
Was it cold?
Gambling tonight.
Was it cold?
It was pretty cold, but it wasn't windy, so it wasn't bad enough for them not to hit.
Yeah. What'd you eat at the game?
We had the sausage dogs.
At the stadium or street meat?
We did both. We were inside. We had one. We went in and we had one outside that was $18 a pop.
All right. What was better, inside or outside street meat?
Always outside.
Boom!
Yeah. Always.
I always go street meat with my sausage.
Yep. The guy in the corner has been at 31 years. I'm like, yep, I know.
That's right. How's the parking situation down there?
Oh, you can park anywhere tonight. The garage was empty.
Wow. All right. Last time I went over there was no parking.
Yeah, it was easy in and easy out tonight. Right, half the crowd.
What part of Rhode Island are you from?
North Kingstown.
Okay. I've been out there.
Nice. Coming back this summer? When it warms up?
Yeah, I like Newport.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Does that make me a highbrow if I go to Newport?
Nah, you're good.
What's the other part of? I like is Musqueamish Connecticut or Rhode Island?
Rhode Island. I think half of it.
Love that area.
Yeah, Westerly's nice.
All right, Jared. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a great night.
You too. Man, I haven't had a street meat in a long time. Has Trent ever had street meat? You have. Okay. Like the sausage vendor after a game?
Do you think like sausages are a uniquely Fenway thing? You don't think the Phillies have guys outside selling sausages, Joe?
I went to Orlando. They didn't have street meat. When I went to New Orleans, they didn't have street meat. I went to
New
Dallas.
Orleans definitely is street meat.
I did not see street meat. When I went to Dallas, they didn't have street meat.
Well, Dallas is like separated.
When I go to Vegas, they don't have street
Dallas, you can't get anywhere, right? Or is that Houston I'm thinking of?
Dallas is too big.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
I have been to other places, and there's no street meat. So, yes, in my towny brain of mine, this is the only place to get street meat.
I mean, steak tips, you'd be right, Joe. Steak tips are a New England thing, but
I just want
meat.
I want a sausage naked. I know other people do the salt, the peppers, and all that. You can cook it in the peppers. I just don't want it. I want a sausage naked with ketchup, maybe.
Trent confirms Philadelphia has street meat.
Okay. Have you had a Boston street meat?
I believe he's making his first trip to Fenway this summer.
Okay. Have you ever had the sausage guy?
This month he will be embarking to Fenway Park for the first time.
Embarking?
Yeah, well, going.
All right. Well, Tom's got something on chicken wings, which we're going to do next. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Joe. What's good?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. I know you said that you, if you had $1 million or whatever, you wouldn't have anybody. You would have other people go and cook for you, right?
Correct.
Have you ever deep fry your own chicken wings?
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
I've deep fried. I've air fried. I've battered. I love wingy.
All right. I got a tip for you, man. I can't say that I came up with this recipe, but if you know, you know. Potato starch instead of flour and cornstarch.
Yes.
And then marinate it overnight in buttermilk and pickle juice. I'm telling you, phenomenal.
I've actually seen this with
you know Nick.
Nick who?
The Giovanni on the YouTube.
Oh yeah. So, dude, I was watching a TikTok.
That's his recipe.
I was watching a TikTok, so I think it was him. He used chicken thighs instead of the wingies.
Yes. Much meatier.
Yep, and instead of the flour, he used the corn starch. And then put
the potato starch.
Potato starch. And then he put cream in it. Was it cream?
Yeah.
Heavy cream?
It was buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Sorry. All right. Yep. Okay. And then yeah, and then but you're telling me pickle juice.
Yeah, pickle juice and buttermilk together.
Woo! And then
I'm telling you, man, you'd be a great guest to get on the show. Then you give it a fry, man, right away.
Ooh. Do you put a rub on it, or is it what kind of
I like to go and do like a dry rub with like the Tony's, the Cajun seasoning there, or just classic buffalo.
Yeah. What are you going to use for a dipping sauce?
Oh, no dipping sauce, man.
Nah, just
gotta let all the flavors come out.
You just want the flavors in the sauce, baby.
Oh yeah, I know.
Thanks, man. Let's do some chicken wing talk next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
Finish off the season with a home versus Charlotte. Red Sox lost today 2-1 in extra innings. And, well, they can't hit, and they strike out a lot. Headlines are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. Make this season your season with the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update is in 30 minutes.
Boston's best sports talk. There's an app for that. Download the Sports Hub app for loads of stuff. Absolutely free. Connect with the shows, get podcasts, and more. Get it where you get your apps. Or at 985sportshub.com.
And then, let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to bring up here in the beginning? Cody Bellinger got sick on some chicken wings. Cody eating them. Why would you have chicken wings from a hotel? That's the, make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich and call it a day. I mean, geez. I mean, he got sick on a grilled cheese, tomato, on some potato chips, and a glass of milk. That should carry you as far as that is concerned. We know about the draft, where we stand with that.
You know what? I can't blame him because I'm guilty too. How many times have I been like, yep, Baylor Shireman, 15 points off the bench tonight. And, well, Peyton Pritchard had 10 assists tonight. And, man, let me tell you about those wings over at Wendell's. It's just, they're really crispy. I prefer the drummies over the flats. And, give me the blue cheese over the ranch all day. But I'll dip both because I'm a dipper. Well, we know the draft's coming up.
What do you think of Mad Dog's recommendation there in place of the chicken wings, though, Joe?
Sorry. Listen, there's really no replacement for chicken wings.
Make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich and call it a day. I mean, geez. I mean, he got sick on a grilled cheese, tomato, on some potato chips, and a glass of milk. That should carry you as far as that is concerned.
How do you get a grilled cheese to the hotel?
A grilled cheese and a glass of milk?
Who the hell does that? What are you, 5?
Quite a lot of dairy there, Mad Dog.
What, do you cut the sides off too? The edges of the bread? Listen, when you want wings, you get wings. And this goes back to Yankees outfielder Cody Bellinger swearing off chicken wings. Quote, I will not eat wings for 5 years. Bull! You know how long 5 years is? How do you go through life without eating chicken wings? Seriously, come on, be honest.
All right, Joe, serious question. What's the longest you've gone over the last year without chicken wings?
I had chicken wings tonight. I have the bones to prove it. So how long have I not had chicken wings in my life? It can't compute. How do you avoid that? Dude, no, it's funny. We had an event at Game Time the other night, right? What did I do? For a nightcap. Chicken wings!
Chicken wings.
You look like a Helen. Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman.
Tell me likey. Tell me want wingy.
God, you're sick. You guys want this or gladiators?
Richard?
Richard? No, for real. I mean, how do you avoid... When's the last time Trent's had chicken wings? How do you avoid chicken wings? So when someone says they're swearing off chicken wings, like me, I have sworn off soda, for real. For about 3 years, I have not had soda.
Trent said maybe like 2 or 3 months, which I think is a long time.
That's a long time, bro. I haven't had soda in 3 years, let's call it, right? I'm addicted to soda. I still dream of soda. I watch people drink soda. Do you know what I would do right now if I could have again, I'm addicted to soda. I'm a soda addict. I admit it. I love soda. I had to give it up. It was like, I lost 75 pounds from not drinking soda. That's how much sugar is in soda. But do you know that right now I would want the biggest mason jar filled with ice of ginger ale?
You do love ginger ale, Joe. That always takes me by surprise when that's your go-to. What are we talking here? You got to have a preference on ginger ales.
Canada Dry out of a 2-liter bottle. None of that Schweppes stuff.
Real crisp. Little bite to it.
You know what? You can also hear the ice cubes crackle, you know? The other thing is a mason jar's got the big mouth, so it's like you're taking bigger gulps, too. But how about a plate of chicken wings with blue cheese, ranch, and a big mason jar of ginger ale? Anyways, Cody Bellinger said he'll not eat chicken wings for 5 years. This was a day after he was scratched from the lineup with a case of food poisoning. Now, I've had food poisoning. I've also had a bad belly from eating really bad, too. So, I'm not blaming the chicken wings.
We would never on this program blame the wings.
Now, could it be the dipping sauces? Could it have been the sauce? Could it have been something else? Could have been the fryer later? Could have been something else?
Could have been how they were transferred to him, on that walk up to his hotel room.
Did they DoorDash it? What did they do?
It was from the hotel, is what we were told. At least according to Mad Dog.
Well, I mean, all they are is they're frozen. You put them in a little fryer later and you serve them up, right? By the way, again, where do you get a grilled cheese? What do you go to McDonald's? Yes, give me a grilled cheese, please, which they do. Actually, you know, when I worked there, do you know how we made a grilled cheese? We took 2 tops of a sandwich, put cheese in it, and smushed it, and then threw it in a toaster. How come McDonald's doesn't have chicken wings? Does any fast food joint have a...
That feels like a Taco Bell thing that they would try. I'm not sure if they ever have.
Like Wendy's doesn't have chicken wings?
Not to my knowledge.
Burger King doesn't have chicken wings?
That feels like a Burger King or a Taco Bell would be the first if someone was going to do it.
Like, what's the deal? Are people afraid of the bone? Are you afraid of bones? I know people that won't eat meat off bones. Man, the meat off of thighs, dude. Ooh. Let me tell you, that's where it's at.
And Joe, we have a from tastingtable.com, the fast food chicken wings ranked from best to worst.
Fast food chicken wings. Okay, I think KFC has chicken wings, right? Does Popeyes?
Popeyes comes in at number 6 on this list.
Jeez, I don't even know. Like me, I all right, if I'm doing chain, I'm Wingstop. Wingstop would be 1. Why am I blanking on who would have chicken wings? Oh, it could have been the blue cheese. You're right. Sometimes it's a... Hooters! Skaz! Hooters has the best... Is somebody mad?
Is that fast food?
Well, I would call it... Did somebody...
Fast casual?
Who called? What?
Some guy was upset that I said I would shoot in the 70s or 80s if I started every hole on the green at Augusta. He thought I was talking about like if I started from the tee box. So he
wanted to challenge you?
He was not listening.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So again, this would be sponsored segment, everybody, when the listeners aren't listening. Ooh, wings over and the hanger, baby. You ever been up there? You ever had the UMass?
Oh yeah.
Wings over.
Been a while.
There's one in Somerville, I believe. Ooh. Oh.
Actually, when I went away this weekend, a little ski weekend, someone that came to the house brought wings over, just like 2 trays of them. Oh. Great move.
So locally here, it's Buffs, and they make a smaller, different kind of wing. I can't really explain it.
Would you like to know quickly,
franchise.
Joe?
Yes, I would like
who's
to know.
number 2 on this list?
Who's number 1 again?
Number 1 is Texas, something I've never heard of, a Texas fast food. Yes. But number 2, Joe, someone I think we're both became familiar with, Crispy Crunchy Chicken is number 2 on this list.
We had them last night. The new Fenway official chicken finger chicken.
Very good.
Boston Red Sox. I liked it. The biscuits. They put like a glaze on the biscuit. Did you notice that? They like cooked it with butter and then they glazed it and buttered it again. How about 3? What's number 3 on there? I feel like this is an important list, guess.
Yes, of course. My apologies, Joe. Yes, number 1, Texas. Number 2, crispy crunchy chicken. We had Popeyes at 6.
Popeyes.
Number 3 is Nathan's.
Oh, okay.
Apparently they have good wings.
I have not had them.
Number 4 is Atomic Wings.
Yep.
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, yep.
Wingstop, number 5. Popeyes, 6. 7 is Bonchon. They're supposed to be very good.
God. Oh, no. I love Bonchon.
They're supposed to be very good,
Dude, no, hang on. Before you keep going, there's a Bonchon down the streets, guys. Have you ever had it? It's like a Korean barbecue.
I feel like I've had it once or twice, but it's been a while.
Do you know who I had it with for the first time?
Bird.
Lifshats. I think we spent $80. Just me and him. On chicken wings. True story. He goes, hey, you ever had Bonchon? I said, no. And he goes, oh. Like you should have heard his noises instead of mine. Bonchon's incredible. Yeah, there's one right on Moody Street, down the street. What was the rest of that list now? 9, 10?
7 Bonchon, 8 BBQ chicken. Never heard of it. KFC, 9. 10 Pizza Hut.
Oh, yeah. Yes. They got great breaded wings. The only thing I don't like that they do is they make the wing first and then they sauce them. So I don't want like a wet sauce like that sometimes. Anyways, there's no way, Cody. I call BS on his 5 years, Skaz. Again, I'm 3 years off soda and I'm still addicted. So 5 years without wings? Nope.
No shot.
Nope. Is there something you could give up for that long? Like I tried to give up pizza for a year. I couldn't. I don't think I could give up eggs. If I had to give up sausage or bacon, oh man,
I would not give up bacon.
I can't.
It's not happening.
What could I give up for 5 years? Cheese. I mean, not cheese. Well, I've given up salad for 43 years.
Number 12 on the list, Joe?
Yeah.
Domino's.
I love Domino's.
I didn't know they did wings.
Oh, my God, Skaz. They're open till 3 a.m. Do you know that they have on their menu? We work late nights. Tell me you don't realize that with me telling you, but no, Domino's has very good wings. Saucy. Different kinds, too. And they have pretty good sauces. Yeah, that's a good little late night action.
And then just to wrap it up, Joe, Papa John's 13, Buffalo Wild Wings 14.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
Little Caesars at 15.
Whoa. So Buff Wild Wings, fine. There's no way that guy's given up wings for 5 years. I might give up grilled cheese for 5 years before I give up wings. Scott's in Rhode Island. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Joe. I wanted to just talk to you about some WrestleMania thoughts. Get your pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah, what do you got?
So I mean, in past we always ended with the world heavyweight or the championship match. Do you feel that the triple threat is the star power is there? I understand that, but do you think that should really main event over the world heavyweight championship with Jay and Gunther? Even though the star power isn't really there with the world title, it is there with the triple threat.
It is main eventing night one. So what I would like is the winner of that match somehow finagles their way into Cena Cody.
Yeah, I think that's probably the trajectory for sure. But I just feel like, I mean, as an old school wrestling fan, you always close out with the world heavyweight. So I understand, star power's not there, but it's just weird not seeing the show close with the world heavyweight title.
Who do you think should win, Jay Uso or Gunther?
I mean, Gunther, he's a beast. You can't. He should be like a Samoa Joe where you go on like an undefeated streak for a while. But with Jay, he's so hot right now, it's hard not to make him the champion. But I feel like that's a toss-up. It could be really 50-50.
I got one for you. If you go on YouTube, you can watch myself and Samoa Joe. We did an official version of the Joe Show with a one-on-one, myself and Samoa Joe.
I'll check it out for sure.
It's on, our YouTube. Real quick, who do you think Randy Orton's going to take on?
I mean, it should be Nick Aldis because there's a little bit of history there. But, I mean, it could be anybody.
I got a wild card.
Who you got?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah, that would be something. I mean, those who have gone at it before. I mean, that's main event worthy,
right?
But if you're ever in the Providence area, I know you just talked about chicken wings. You got to check out Honeybird. They have phenomenal chicken wings.
Honeybird in Providence.
Yes, sir.
I am in on that. Is there honey on the wings?
Oh, they got honey. They have this truffle mayo that will knock your socks off.
What was the name of the place one more time? Honey what?
Honeybird.
Hummingbird.
Honeybird, like honey, honeybird.
Like honey, like a...
Like, hey, honey, I'm home. Yep.
Or Winnie the Pooh, honey.
Yes, that's right.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you. A little wrestling, little wingy, little recommendation. Can't beat that at a... You know what? I have thought today is Thursday 55 times. It's Wednesday, right?
It is Wednesday, Joe.
What's going on with me? Why?
You're trying to get to WrestleMania, Joe. You're trying to make time go by faster. You got something coming up next week.
I gotta go to Vegas, man.
What's the first thing you do when you get to Vegas, Joe?
Pool.
Oh, a pool guy.
Well, first thing, I heard it's good luck to play a slot when you get off the airplane, right in the airport.
I'm in on that.
But I'm thinking pool, Skaz, while you're working with who? The likes of...
yes, next week we will have full shows.
Full shows next week.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe we have Matt McCarthy, Nick Cattles, and Mark Dondero. You will be in Monday night for a full show. And then Tuesday, I believe it is the final Bruins game of the season.
Do you think I should call in from Vegas one night?
Live on the streets?
Do you think Nick would take my call?
Yeah, I think so. He's a big wrestling guy.
It's true, he is. What about Dondero?
I don't know what Dondero's thoughts on wrestling are, but you never know.
What if I just called in about the food scene in Vegas?
The
street meat.
Does Vegas have street meat?
It has to.
Has to.
There's so many streetwalkers out there, bro. I think I'd like, you know what, Trent? I'm going to come up with a nice stiff list of busts. Because I don't know about this Carson Wentz one. Like, is Nick Foles a bust? No, right? Is he a bust?
A stiff list of busts. That's on the
stiff list of busts. It's like the indoor street meet instead of the outdoor street meet. All right, we got to go break. Could you play the Tommy Boy Wingy one more time? It's just
chicken wings.
Because what happened was, remember, there's the old guy, and he's like, I will not buy brakes that don't have the guarantee on the box. I want the little box to say, look at me. I'm going to keep you safe. Look at me. And then all of a sudden, he walks away and he goes, chicken wings. Hey there, sir. What do you think of your...
Maybe so, but it's not on the box. It should always be on the box, comforting you, calling out, I'm good. I'll never let you down. But if I do, I'm going to make things all better. Our break.
Yeah, I could put a guarantee of crap in a box for you, but... I got NBC Sports Boston on, and they're just talking about Robert Kraft says Pats are not at ground zero of rebuild. That's chicken wings or that.
Give me the wings,
Chicken
Joe.
wings.
Give me the wings.
We'll go to break. I'm Joe Murray here on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's better than...
Participation may vary. Prices.
is your favorite? I have my stiff list of draft busts that I'll share with you coming up before we get out of here tonight. If you want to talk about the Celtics, you can. If you want to talk about the Red Sox and being too cold, you can. They strike out too much. They can't hit. They actually got good pitching, and they can't hit. They strike out too much. What else would you like me to say? The Patriots, well, there's really nothing. There's draft stuff if you really want it. There's the Masters.
Mike Vrabel has rules, Joe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get to that.
Really, are you impressed that he wants guys to be on time and not look at their phones during meetings?
Do we have it? How long is it?
It's long, Joe, but if you'd like me to play the beginning, I can play the beginning. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, because, it's rules. Set the expectation,
Good morning. I'm going to give you the rules that I have, that I would ask us to try to abide by. One is to respect the team, respect the football team and the people that are here, The second one is, I'd like you to have, when we're in a meeting, I know what the style may be, just pull your hood down in a meeting. That's all I ask, I just ask that when we're in a meeting, that we just pull our hood down and we go from there. Be on time. We just talked about time. Be on time. And if I can't be on time, Christian, what's the easiest thing to do?
Ooh, did Christian get called out?
It's called communicate. All you got to do is say, hey, something came up. I'm going to be a little bit late. Now, after about 4.
He said, hey, Christian, was there a Christian late? I mean, there's two Christians I can call, Gonzalez and Barmore. Or was he just using one of them as a leader?
Yeah, I'm not reading into Mike Vrabel's rules speech, Joe. I'm sorry. I think the coverage of it has been honestly kind of embarrassing.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's got rules. He wants rules. Who gives an F? Can he coach the team? That's what I care about. Take your hood. Like, what is this? What are we doing? They're professional athletes. They should be on time. You shouldn't have to remind professional athletes that are getting paid tens of millions of dollars to be on time. I'm not impressed by Mike Vrabel having the bare minimum as his rules.
So do you want this or chicken wings?
Give me the wings, Joe.
Good. We can talk about whatever you guys want. How about this one? Harry in Texas. Hey, Harry, how you doing?
Hey, are we going to talk about that Joe Milton trade where we just traded? He showed a lot of potential in that game. I know it was against bums, but we got a bag of peanuts back for him. So what's up with that?
Are you a Texas fan or a Patriots fan?
Patriots fan.
Did you like Joe Milton?
I think for a backup, yeah. I really liked him as a backup. I don't know why we traded him for nothing.
What did you expect to get for Joe Milton?
What'd you say?
What did you expect to get in return for Joe Milton?
I think we should have just kept him instead of the 5th-round pick. I think he showed a lot of potential. I think he could have been a good backup with potential. And, who knows what this quarterback organization is going, We don't really know what we have in Drake May yet.
I would just leave it as they didn't want him here. They probably did him a solid and sent him to Dallas. Cool.
I can't get worked up about the Joe Milton trade.
The Joe Milton does nothing for me.
No, I watched him play in college, so I'm aware of what he is.
No, again, I tried to be funny saying he got whacked because of what happened at the end of the year. He's a part of the Mayo tree, right? And here's the deal. Oh, he wanted to be a starter. Of course he wants to start. Actually, this whole Milton thing, I don't care about Milton. Like, of course he wants to play. Oh, no! Stretch put us on hold.
He's a busy man, Joe. You should put Stretch back on hold.
How do I do that? Can you?
I got you.
Thank you. Wayne is in Boston. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Hey, I got to tell you get the best show in Boston.
Hey, thanks, Wayne. I appreciate you.
Hey, I got a good chicken wing recipe for you.
All right, let's. Where do we start with? let's say that we're we need the ingredients. What is it? Chicken wings? What are we doing?
Chicken wings, just frozen chicken wings, right?
Okay.
Put them in an aluminum pan.
Pan. Yep.
Put them in an aluminum pan and douse them with soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Okay.
And then sprinkle minced garlic all over it.
Soy sauce, minced garlic. Got it.
And then bake it for like an hour.
Bake it in the
At
oven
like
or oven or air fryer? Either.
No, in the oven.
Oven. Okay.
Yep. And then drain off all the juice.
Mm-hmm.
And then crisp them up.
In a pan.
Yep.
Any olive oil, any garlic, any more butter?
Nope.
Butter?
Just garlic and soy sauce.
So that's it. Nothing else but garlic, soy sauce, oven. Use the juices to crisp them up, and then put the wings back in the crispy oil.
Yep.
And that's it.
And just put them back in the oven and crisp them up for a while.
So soy sauce and garlic with juice.
Yep.
Okay, do you dip?
Dynamite.
Are you a dipper? What do you dip it in?
No, I'm not dipping nothing. You don't have to dip
So you go raw on the on the soy and the garlic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's the best recipe I've ever had. I've been making them for 30 years.
Well, that's fantastic. Is there a certain kind of brand of wing that you suggest?
No, doesn't matter. Just frozen wings.
Just frozen Tyson's?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool.
Whatever they sell at Stop and Shop.
Oh, you shop at Stop and Shop?
I do.
What, do you guys have where in Boston are you?
I'm not in Boston. I don't know why you said that. I'm in Norwood.
Norwood. Yeah, the big Stop and Shop where the Home Depot is, right? Is that where that is?
No, it's right up on 1A.
Ah, where Conrad's and Lewis's and all that is over there.
Yeah, kind of down that way, yeah. Yeah.
They got good wings over there.
Yeah, Lewis's has good food.
Love their burgers. You ever been
Lewis
there? You ever
they
been
used
to
to make a prime rib sandwich.
Ooh. You ever been to the Venice?
I have.
Good little prime rib there.
Yeah, it's good. Good pizza there, too.
Oh, that's great. All right, well, I appreciate you, Wayne. Thank you, sir. Soy, garlic, oven. Take all the juices, put it in a pan, crisp them up, put the wings back in the pan, and then put it all back on the pan to put it in the oven. Got it. Stretch.
Hey, what's going on, Joe? Skies, long time.
Miss you, bro. How you doing?
I'm all right. Yo, I got two things. There's about the wings. Some of the best wings is at Encore Casino. They got a spot in there. At Encore, the wings is good. And you can get hot. Encore Casino?
Yeah, no. Is it like at Frank and Nick's?
Yeah. I think it's Frank and Phil's or something
Frank
like
and
that.
Nick Verano, good dude. Yep, friend of the show.
Yeah, the wings in there are good.
Wait, Stretch, you've been at the casino, bro? At the WinBet? Or at the bar? You been over there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Wow.
You know, go in there and lose my money to these people. But, and the second thing is, what do you think about LeBron James getting a doll?
What could you elaborate?
He got the first Barbie, right? Is that what you're talking about, Stretch?
They're making LeBron James the first Ken doll off the new Ken line or something like that. LeBron James is the first one.
Okay, so let me just think. So there's Ken, who's a white guy who's blonde. Now they're going to make the doll LeBron.
LeBron James's doll comes out Monday.
I'm in.
For real, he got his jacket. He got a jacket on that says LeBron. He has a set like accessories with like Beat headphones. He has a gym bag.
What about his bald spot? Is his receding hairline? Is there a bandana or is it a little? Is it going to show his baldness?
They got a little hat that goes on top of it, but the hat, they got a hat that goes on top of it. But the hat is removable too, so it is. You do see the little ball spot.
Did you ever own a doll like me? I had wrestling buddies growing up. Remember the wrestling buddy dolls? I never had dolls. I know I had friends who had my buddies, but that reminded me of Chucky. I was out.
No, I never had a my buddy or nothing like that. Joe. You got some weird friends.
No, I know exactly. I did have some weird friends. You're right. I do.
Yeah, it's weird. I had G.I. Joes and things like that.
I had G.I. Joes and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles was my favorite. I collected all those.
Yeah, Michelangelo. He was a party dude.
Yeah, Raphael was the beast.
Yep, Donatello was the smart one, right?
Yeah, and Leonardo was the leader.
Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool, but cruel.
Yo, stop, Joe. Stop, you're bringing me back to childhood. I gotta go, but you're in on the LeBron James, though?
I'm not, but Skaz is.
Oh, God.
You know what? Maybe we'll just leave one in the studio.
I was about to say, it could be a collector's item.
We'll call him Stretch.
Okay.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. How did the Ninja Turtles song go? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're heroes in a half shell, turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but cruel. Michelangelo is a party dude. I think that's the song. I think so.
Joe, I have put the LeBron James Ken doll in the Slack if you'd like to see it.
I don't know if I want to. Do you know what a My Buddy doll is?
Yeah, like I'm aware of the Ninja Turtles, but that was a little, I think maybe before my time.
My Buddy was a doll that looked like Chucky.
I'm unfamiliar. Is it like a Cabbage Patch Kid kind of thing?
No. Just Google My Buddy doll. I think I remember the song. My buddy, wherever I go, he goes, my buddy.
Oh, I'm out on this, Joe. I am so out on this.
I didn't have one. I never had one.
Oh.
But I had friends who had one, and I hated it.
That's haunting.
Doesn't it look like Chucky?
Yeah, it's something about it is really unsettling.
Sarko!
Oh my God, Joe! I am cracking my ass up over here, man. I'm sorry. It's like there's so much going on between Stretch. I've heard him before in the past, and then I hear you scaring Skaz right now with the My Buddy.
Do you remember those things?
My buddy looks like Chucky. So he's like, you know what I mean? You tell him to look it up, and he looks it up right away. He's like, oh, I'm out on this right away.
That thing scared the crap out of me as a kid.
Well, yeah. Well, so, real quick. So let me get into what I have to say, which is crazy. But, no, Stretch is pretty cool. You sound like a lot of my people's back in the area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's from Mattapan, I want to say.
Yeah, he does. He knows a few of the stuff, man. That's what's up. But the whole Cody Bellinger thing, right? So I want to tell you with the no wings, I remember my sister, she's a nurse, right? But she ended up going to Peru like 10 years ago, and now she swears she doesn't eat chicken no more. She's done. She's done eating chicken. If my mom's cooking or we're cooking, she's asked, do you guys put like chicken broth in or something? Like anything with chicken, she doesn't want it. But anyways, with that being said.
So she's sworn off wings for at least 10 years.
No, she has not eaten chicken in over 10 years now.
Wow.
I'm not lying. Dead up serious. And we'll cook. And you know the funny thing is like she feels like she's allergic to it now. So I always forget. It's just like this. It's just like this natural thing now. It's like, I'll be like, sister, you hungry? Like we made this. It'll be chicken, anything. It doesn't matter what it is, how it's cooked. And she looks at me with this side face. She's like, you know I don't eat chicken. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Like, I literally forget. But Skaz came in hot. Skaz. What's up, Skaz? How you doing, brother?
Sarko, always good to hear from you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, you too, my brother. Hey, but you came in hot in the beginning of the show, man. You was just like, it seemed like you was pretty upset. But
Sarko,
it's all good. You was doing the right thing, though.
I don't even remember what it was about, Sarko.
Well, it was just like I don't care if somebody's the number one pick. How they gonna be the most improved player? Then it went from that to something else, and you was just on a roll for like a quick minute there,
Hey, Sarko, have you seen this LeBron doll?
The what? Oh, well, see, that's the thing, and I think Strauss was talking about it. The thing is like, I don't understand. You got that much money, and you can get like, you know what I'm saying? You can actually it's not much here you're losing, but he keeps doing this stupid thing, and I don't understand why he's just not getting fixed. I don't know what it is, but whatever. That's on him. But last thing, real quick. I want you to do just run around. There was a guy that called back when Luka and Doncic's trade was done. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He called back from Vermont or Maine somewhere. And he was just on you. He was on you. But you got right back on him. And I don't forget this because the game happened tonight, first time, Luka back in Dallas. So then, and look, he went off. So the guy bet you. I remember he bet you something about that Dallas was going to be ahead of
He told me that Dallas will win a championship before the Lakers.
He said that, yeah. And then you guys were running about we was going to take you out to you. He finally said Kowloon, and I think you said don't tease me to a good time or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you won that. I don't know if you took it, but either way, take that lap dance, man. Let them know.
I love a lap dance, Sarko. Thank you, sir. You take that lap dance.
Sarko and Stretch in the same segment. What a night, Joe.
What a night.
Chicken Wing Talk brings everybody out.
See, again, we can talk sports if you want to. People say, the sports hub's so negative. Negative talk. All we've done. No, I'm out on the LeBron doll. I'm out.
Yeah, Trent just said to me, I think we've taken 10 times the amount of chicken wing calls tonight than anything else.
Listen,
so the people want to talk chicken wings.
Do you want chicken wings or poop? Because we got both. I got both for you if you want it. Street meat, chicken wings, Ninja Turtles. Now, would I rather a My Buddy doll or the LeBron doll? I got to go LeBron.
Give me the LeBron doll, Joe.
I know we're late, but I got to take this. Pat's in Whitman. Hey, Pat.
Big Joe. Love you, babe. Skaz, you guys are like the British Bulldogs without the British part. I love it.
Okay. And the steroids.
A quick mic drop. Buff's Pub wings, the best. Breaded wings. I'm out.
You're out?
Is that a compliment, Joe, to be the Bulldogs, the British Bulldogs that aren't British?
They're dead.
Doesn't really answer the question, but...
Wait, he doesn't like Buff's Pub. I never even said they're not breaded. Buff's Pub's not a breaded wing. If you really want to get technical, Hooters, where I met Skaz for the first time. Oh, do you know that a guy the other night, again, Skaz, came up to me, he goes, love the story about you and Skaz, man, meeting him at Hooters. That's so cool. Then you made him the producer. So again, there really are people, Skaz, who think I met you at a Hooters, and then hey, man, do you want to be the producer of the show?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Dude, think about that. There are people who really think that.
Yes, I never was employed by Hooters. I was working for the Sports Hub as a member of the street team.
And I was a civilian.
Yes, and there was a street team event at Hooters.
Yes, you were actually working I was working for the Sports Hub, but I was a civilian.
I was technically working at Hooters. I just wasn't working for Hooters.
Yes, you were working for the street team of 98.5 the Sports Hub at a Hooters event. My friends from home happened to be there. I was a civilian. And when I walked in, I saw Skaz working for 98.5, and he goes, hey, all your friends are here looking for you. You're talking crap. And I said, of course they are. All right, I got my ultimate stiff bus next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics lose tonight, 96-76. They shot 17% from three. Nobody played, and they have 2 games to go against the Hornets. Who's on? Tomorrow night, we have a Bruins game. So we'll be on after the game. All right. We've been talking about stiffs and busts. So I have come up with a list of stiffs that were busts in the NFL. Strictly quarterbacks. You ready for this, Trent and Skaz? You listening? You feel free to agree or not, but this is my list, so it doesn't mean I'm right.
Brandon Bass better not be on this list, Joe.
Nope, football only. Quarterbacks.
Football, okay.
Football busts, stiffs, busts. Blake Bortles. Stiff? Bust?
I would say no. Not a stiff or a bust.
No?
He took the Jaguars to the AFC Championship game.
Okay. Johnny Manziel.
Bust.
Jameis Winston.
For where he was drafted, probably a bust.
Marcus Mariota.
Bust.
Paxton Lynch.
Oh, bust.
Stiff. And a bust. Mitchell Trubisky.
Bust. Drafted in front of Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Chosen Rosen.
Oh, one of the bigger ones. Big bust.
Trey Lance.
Bust.
Zach Wilson.
Bust.
Mac Jones.
Bust.
That's just since the last 10 years. Now, there are players, too, that I left off the list, such as Corey Coleman, such as Kevin White of the Bears. Remember him? Bust. John Ross of the Bengals, fastest guy in the world. Bust. Sam Darnold not on that list.
He was.
He escaped it.
But yes,
he
rebounded.
Devin Bush.
Bust.
Jeff Okuda. Isaiah Simmons. They were high picks. How about Trayvon Walker of the Jaguars? Stiff. Bust. All right, well, that's it for us. We can work on it. What's up, JP and NP, in our chat? Prince Humperdinck Einbein. We got to get out of here. This hour of the Sports House brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of chicken wings. I'm Joe Murray. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Trent, Skaz. See you tomorrow.